Good morning, friends, enemies, strangers, family, and stalkers. Potentially, I guess maybe ICE agents. I'm not quite sure. CIA, feds, aliens, God, goddess, the creator, everybody who's watching. It's been a while since we've had coffee together. And so I just wanted to say hello and release some things. Life is just so wild, isn't it? Every day is different, or can be. Maybe not. I mean, it is whether you like it or not, right? Because we're not in control of any of this. Just a few things, like ourselves, sort of, sometimes. It's deer harvesting season, so we must be careful. Wear bright colors and have some honor and gratitude for the precious deer, and also watch out for them as they are running across the road, running from flying spaceships. Some people say, oh, deer are stupid, and I'm like, well, what would you do if you had a spaceship flying at you? I'd probably stand there and stare in the headlights too. So anyway, just thinking about the deer at this time, and really grateful for them. And grateful for you and another day here to navigate. There's a lot going on. It's Mercury retrograde, if that means anything to any of you. There's a big, huge meteor shower happening tonight, if you get a chance, or time, or the space to look up and catch a falling star. I guess stars are super inspiring because the actual the star was a planet and it died, and then the light travels, like it continues on traveling for a long, 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 long time. So I don't know, that just proves to me that like energy never dies. And the light that we see, like the planet itself died a long time ago, but the light keeps going. Isn't that cool? I've been navigating a lot of very interesting emotions and trying to channel them as best as I can in this environment. The ever-changing, like, political environment and actual environment. We've had so much amazing weather, which I'm super grateful for, to be able to get out in. And even when it does get cold, like, it's still important to like get out in it, and your body can adjust and appreciate that. Like, sometimes we have a tendency to just want to stay in and hide from it, but it's super beautiful every time of year, especially Wisconsin. So if anybody would like to get out in the weather with me and dress up warmly, we can do that. I do it every day. Another thing I've been navigating is just like kind of being a, having feelings of like loneliness and being not really fearful, but just, if while this political situation is potentially changing, or for the better in some ways or the worst, that is the question, right? And is it a state of mind, or is it actually a state of reality? And for who? Like, yes, it is a state of reality for a lot of us. And I've been thinking about ways that we can come together as one to try to come out with positive outcomes for absolutely everyone, even the people who don't believe, as a turkey, in the possibility that there can be healing for even the most heinous and misunderstood or abominable spirits or spiritual containers. That was a question that one of my close persons had, was like, oh, can a rapist be healed? And it's like, I mean, I can't answer that for sure. Should they be killed? Do they know why they're doing what they're doing? How do we move forward with all of that? And I think coming together as community members to help those people would be the best way to decide how we move forward with our fellow human beings that are committing those acts. And I'm looking forward to seeing all of us who have healed or who are actively healing, calling you all to action. To if you have had the luxury or the privilege or are in that headspace and have some ideas or knowledge, to go into your community or even other communities and offer healing circles and workshops and your art, and just keep providing those spaces. And if there's statistically certain groups of people that are committing, sexual crimes or stuff like that, then, like, if, and it would be statistically those that are male. And so I'm really asking that healed males have healing circles and start their own. Like, no, that's the call to action I think that we need now. And that would help us all learn how to express ourselves and our feelings, and like make it a very important, pertinent decision, I guess. So yeah, call to action for all of us in the community to just start just bombarding each other in person and in the cities. Like, go to the village board and be like, this is important, this is what is essential for all of our survival. Otherwise, maybe we will get blown up. Like, it doesn't seem like killing, punishing, imprisoning, stalking, harassing, all those things are a progressive way to move forward and live positive, happy lives. So anyway, I know that's like really deep, but yeah, call to action for all of us, for all of our men, to get to those village boards and to those, get out there on your video platforms and start demanding this and making it happen. Because your action is super important, and it's also really hot. And essential. Your hearts are very, 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 very powerful, and we want them. So, hooray. Have a great day. Oh, and I've been working on my personal boundaries, and this might be offensive for some people, but I've had to learn how to be offensive sometimes, because otherwise I've gotten really, really thrown for a loop. So anyway, I made this stamp, and it says, "No, bitch." And it's just like a way to This is like my saying of the year, like boundaries, like no bitch. So you can get this printed on anything. I can make you one for your door so that people don't come over there crossing boundaries, or you know if you feel like your head is getting invaded or your body or whatever, like we always get to say no. We have to say it though, because otherwise like nobody can read our minds. So get used to using your voice even if it's vulgar. Oh, and then I made these postcards that say, what would Jesus do? Like, why would I make this, you ask? Well, it was in response to the Charlie Kirk, what would Charlie Kirk do? And I find that really interesting because that acronym, like, spells out the word wicked. Anyway, so it was like the idea of like, what would Jesus do if he saw like a nude woman laying on a log? He'd probably take his clothes off and lay there with me and look at the clouds, right? Now, somebody else might come along and be like, oh, you owe me sex. Or like, you have to rape, I'm going to rape you. Or like, what do you think you're doing that? So that's why I made this postcard. It's just silly. But like, it actually, you can use it as a postcard. And on the back, it says, there's a Mary Oliver quote that says, who I love, tell me, what is it? Oh shit, there's a typo. What is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? Because we only get one, really. I mean, like, as far as I know, with this consciousness, like, you might come back as a wood tick or a mosquito or something better than you are now. But right now, like, this life, this is what I'm doing. And it changes every day. So if you want to buy a postcard, you can. And I also just think that like there's been so much weird perversion around nudity, like pornography is really made from the view of men and money, and all of that has really destroyed us. Like the connection that we have to each other, and really made everything like a dopamine thing, and like about domination and control, and just brainwashed us and made us addicted and disconnected us from like eyes and hearts. And I just think like if there was nude statues all over the place like in Europe, that people wouldn't just be like so like perverted with all that. So that's another reason. Anyway, word salad, as somebody said that I do a lot, like, oh, you're just word salad. Well, eat your vegetables.